already had one good game. Atlantic City beating Pleasantville 65-54. 3 of the 4 pieces are in place for Saturday. It'll be Ocean City Middle Township for the girls' championship at noon, and Atlantic City against the winner of this game for the boys' championship at 2 p.m. St. Augustine, 23-1, ranked number 3 in the online top 25. And Middle Township, 18-5, ranked number 19. And as we've just talked it over with the 2 coaches, every time these 2 coaches play, it sets a new Cape Atlantic League record for total victories. 1,571 wins between Paul Rodeo and Tom Farraco, who are 1-2 all-time in Cape Atlantic League history. Rodeo, of course, is number 1 all-time in South Jersey as well. They played twice during the regular season. That was the case last night, too, with Ocean City and Mainland, though they had split. St. Augustine was the winner of both meetings with Middle Township during the regular season. But this is a different game. It's in a different situation. And many times in the past, the team that was expected to win didn't.
Are we expecting that today?
No.
But I'm really looking
it almost
forward.
Happened a little bit in the first game.
A little bit in the first game.
It was certainly
right.
more competitive than people thought.
Absolutely. It's funny, I got here, Tom, in the last 4 minutes of that first game, and to see Atlantic City ice a game from the foul line was pretty good to see, because in years past, you get down near the end of a game, they had their difficulties. But today should be interesting. They'll be looking for a lot of scoring today, middle, from Farraco and Greer. But I anticipate a good game, though.
Saeed Nelson, of course, widely considered the best basketball player in the Cape Atlantic League, maybe in South Jersey, the 6'4" senior who leads the league in assists and points. And Austin Kennedy, his backcourt mate, who leads the league. And Justin Mutz, the 6'7" junior in the middle, along with Walt Harvey and Marlon Hargis. Only one senior on this St. Augustine team. Not, as we said, not that he's not significant, but only senior. And Middle Township, led by Tim Toney, who had a terrific game in their win over Holy Spirit on Monday in the first round of the tournament. He'll be joined in the backcourt by Laverne Fitzpatrick, the 5'10" senior, 6'3" senior Joe Falla, 6' senior Frank McLaughlin, 6'2" senior Will Neal, who is a great three-point shooter. We'll have more as we get ready for this game. Right now we take time out for this message. You're listening to the Cape Atlantic Basketball Tournament on 97.3 ESPN FM. Getting ready to go here as Middle Township and St. Augustine Prep are going to meet for the third time. Prep won the first two. St. Augustine, 6-foot senior Saeed Nelson, 5'11" junior Austin Kennedy, 6'7" junior Justin Mutz, 6'3" junior Walt Harvey, 6'5" sophomore Marlon Hargis. Middle Township, 5'11" senior Tim Toney, 6'2" senior Will Neal, 5'11" junior Zach Thomas, 6'3" senior Joe Fowler, and also Frank McLaughlin, the 6-foot senior. So we ran through that starting lineup. It's actually Zach Thomas who will be the starter at the guard position instead of Laverne Fitzpatrick when we were talking earlier. Anyway, we're here on 97.3 ESPN FM. You can hear all the play-by-play, but if you can check out on your mobile device or your computer, you can watch this game live, streaming live video from Matt Ulmer by going to primeevents.net. Matt's right behind us.
Yes, he is.
And those of you all are watching can see this place is filled up a little more. There's an awful lot of people standing in the doorway at the end of the first game. Fowler and Mutz are going to jump. Middle all in black with orange trim. St. Augustine all in white with blue. Kennedy gets the ball. Outside Nelson. Middle Township in a man-to-man. Kennedy right side. Between the circles, Nelson. To Kennedy, pulls up from 15, good. Austin Kennedy scores the game's first 2 points.
Nice pick.
Tony weaves through a three-man defense there, gets the ball back. Tony penetrates, bounces it right side. That's Zach Thomas. Neal can shoot the three, now drives in the lane, drops it off inside, and it's off the glass and good by Joe Fowler. 2-2. Mutz loses the ball at the foul line to Tony. Tony on the run. Tony shot off the glass and good. Middle Township up 4-2 early. They beat Holy Spirit. St. Augustine beat St. Joseph in the first round. Both were at home. Inside is Hargis. They finally feed the ball to Harvey. His shot off the glass, no good, and a whistle. Looks like Neal. First foul on Neal. First foul of the game. St. Augustine possession. They trail 4-2. Coming inbounds. It does come in. They get the ball to Nelson. Nelson at the foul line. Feeds back inside. Across to Mutz, and he's up and good and fouled. Pass from Harvey. Fouls on Joe Fowler. His first, second on Middle. And Justin Mutz can give St. Augustine the lead. He's got a free throw. Back rim and in. Little top spin off the back rim, and it's 5-4. Neal in the backcourt. Gives up his dribble, gets across to Fowler. Swings it left to Tony. Drives, reverse layup. Over his head is good.
Middle,
off the glass.
Middle breaking a 2-3 press.
Nelson with the ball. Mutz, foul line jump shot. Rims the basket, no good. Rebound, Fowler. They get it up ahead to McLaughlin. Now back in the hands of Tony. Panthers lead 6-5. 2 minutes gone first quarter. Tony drives, offensive foul. 3 early fouls against Middle Township. St. Augustine possession. They trail 6-5. Nelson across half court. Nelson to Mutz, right of the lane. Brings it out high to Hargis. Here's a shot by Kennedy, no good. And the rebound taken by Fowler.
Middle now walking it up.
Tony penetrates, swings it right side. Jump shot by McLaughlin is good. First two for Frank McLaughlin, 8-5, Middle Township. Nelson pulls up, 3, back rim, high in the air, hits the rim again and again, but falls off into the hands of Joe Fowler. Tony signals his set. 8-5, Middle Township leads. Neal. Right side, Tony feeds down inside to Fowler. Back outside to Tony, almost went to the backcourt. Tony swings it right. Outside it comes to Thomas.
Don't force it, Zach. Get it out.
Middle being very patient, Tom.
Yeah, they are. Double team steal by Kennedy. Kennedy on the run, feeds inside. The layup is good by Marlon Hargis. Kennedy leads the Cape Atlantic League in that and steals. In the backcourt, Neal. And another steal by Kennedy. Kennedy feeds Nelson. His layup's good, and he's fouled.
Reach-in foul, layup good.
Fouls on Neal, his second, and already the fourth against Middle Township. Middle Township calls timeout. 4:25 left in the first quarter. St. Augustine has taken a 9-8 lead. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. Cumberland Dairy is family owned and operated and has been for 84 years. They provide a full line of dairy and non-dairy products for the industry, and you should look for their fresh line products at your favorite market. More details available online at cumberlanddairy.com. Cumberland Dairy, proud to be part of the coverage of St. Augustine Prep Sports. Saeed Nelson, who leads the Cape Atlantic League in scoring and assists. This time was assisted. Got the field goal, now has a chance to give St. Augustine a 2-point lead. Now there's conversation here, and I don't know what it's about. Officials are all getting together. 4:25 left first quarter. I don't know what this could be.
Are they saying who got fouled? I mean, it was Hargis who got fouled, correct?
Nelson.
Nelson got fouled. Yeah, it's Nelson.
This is wrong.
Yeah.
Nelson got fouled, not Hargis.
Right.
He made the basket. Here it is. If you're watching online,
Yeah.
There's the replay.
That's that Matt Elmer. That's right on it. Come on, guys.
Those of you on the radio have to take our word for it.
Yeah.
But those of you on the radio get the flyers after this, so hey. All right. Nelson's finally going to shoot the free throw. Try to complete a 3-point play and give St. Augustine a 2-point lead. Officials, Myron Hendrick, Brian Adair, and Mike Cook for this game. And they got it right. Nelson's free throw after all this is short. And the rebound taken by Tony. St. Augustine by 1. At the other end, they bring it outside to Tony.
Will, step up!
Tony pressured, bounces it right side. They get it baseline to McLaughlin. In the middle to Neal, swatted away by Mutz. Rebound taken by Thomas. Thomas bounces to Neal. They bring it back outside to Tony. Tony penetrates. Spin shot up. No, short. Rebound. Grabbed by Neal, and it's tipped away from him and out of bounds by St. Augustine.
Nice rebound by Neal coming in from the wing.
Brendan Aldrich, 6'3" junior, checks in for St. Augustine. And Joe Trombetta, the 6'2" junior, is on the court for Middle Township. Middle's ball. They trail by 1. Now there's another conversation about a guy tucking his shirt in or pulling his Waistband up. It's coming inbounds from Fowler, and he throws it into the backcourt, which is fine. And they get into the hands of Tony. Tony with a big game, 26 points, some key free throws against Holy Spirit. Steal by Mutz, took it away from Tony, and Mutz lays it in over the rim.
Just amazing ability by Mutz, amazing quickness with his hands to steal that ball from a guard.
He's got 5. St. Augustine by 3. But Trombetta pressured at the sideline, double teamed. Has it tipped and stolen by Nelson. Nelson on the run. Nelson goes down. Kennedy has the ball. Fires it out. Mutz goes and gets it. Nelson's okay. Mutz to Kennedy to Nelson. Nelson called for traveling.
Little stutter step.
Middle Township possession. They're down 3 with 3:08 left first quarter. Inbound to Tony. They get it to Fowler. They tried to. Cutting across was Walt Harvey, and he almost came up with it. It's Middle Township possession. Fowler into the backcourt to Tony. Tony across half court. Between the circles, swings it right side to Trombetta. Trombetta back to McLaughlin. Here's Tony, down the baseline. Passes across the lane, gets it back. 2-pointer, no, a 3-pointer they call it. Could have sworn I saw his foot on the line. 7 points for Tim Tony, and it's tied at 11. Nelson out near half court. Dribbling, setting things up. Right side to Aldridge. To Mutz. They swing it left to Nelson. Back outside. Harvey. Mutz to a cutting Nelson. His shot's over the rim, no good. Rebound by Kennedy. Kennedy inside, puts it up and in off the glass. He had 3 guys around him all reaching for the ball.
And great body control, Tom.
Trombetta with the ball. Swings it left to McLaughlin. Here's a 3 on the way from Thomas, and it's good. Zach Thomas hits the 3-pointer. The 5'11 junior gives Middle a 1-point lead. Nelson shouts out the set. Moves to the right sideline. Avoids the defender. Swings it left to Mutz, who pulls up from 12. Off the rim, no good. And a foul is called on Harvey. First foul against St. Augustine. Middle Township will inbound. Hargis is coming back on for St. Augustine. And Ray Arnold, 5'11 senior, is in the game for Middle Township. 14-13, Middle by 1, 1:29 left first quarter. In the backcourt, Middle being pressured. And a foul. Foul's on Kennedy, I believe. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Or is it?
No,
is it on Hargis?
He called,
okay.
He called Hargis.
Second team foul. Middle with the ball. Thomas bounces to Fowler left side. Trombetta top of the key. Stolen, and a foul is whistled. Nelson was off to the races. He's charged with the foul. Third team foul against St. Augustine. Inbounds to Tony in the backcourt. Thomas gets it back to Tony. Tony bounces to Trombetta, who puts it in off the glass.
Strong move by Joe Trombetta.
His first 2, 16-13. Nelson between the circles. Backs off. Nelson repositioning people. 35 seconds left first quarter. Hargis. They swing it left. Nelson from the baseline. Off the rim, no good. Long tip by Kennedy. And Mutzwa trying to scoop it up. Couldn't. Comes to Tony. Now it's stolen by Nelson. His shot's good. 4 points for Nelson. Middle up one, they've got the ball. 10 seconds left first quarter. Tony swings it to Trombetta, left side. Thomas for three. It's good. Quickly, Nelson from beyond half court hits the roof. So Thomas with a pair of threes here in the first quarter, and Middle Township leads St. Augustine 19-15. Interstate Batteries of Egg Harbor Township has been providing South Jersey with outrageous dependability for over 26 years with over 1 million battery sales. They not only have a battery for your car, but for your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, golf cart, or power chair. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is located at 6064 Riga Avenue, Egg Harbor Township. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Saturday, 9 to 2. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. Game also brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team each and every week. The Boardwalk Accurate Game of the Week is produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Brian Carroll and their professional staff waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Acura on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township.
Middle Township able to overcome some early first quarter turnovers, Tom, that led the points to have a 4-point lead starting the second quarter.
Middle's 3 for 3 from three-point range, and that'll do it. And the guy that shoots him the most, Neal, doesn't have any. Ball tipped away and out of bounds. It'll be Middle Township possession. Neal has 2 fouls, but Tom Farraco's putting him back in. Tony with the ball, double teamed. Gets it back to Fowler. Fowler left side to Thomas. A skip pass across to Neal. And then in the corner, they get it back to Neal. Neal penetrates, feeds inside. And they get it back out to Tony. 19-15. Middle Township by 4. Early second quarter. Fowler travels in the lane. Atlantic City beat Pleasantville 65-54 in the first game. And we'll play the winner of this 2 o'clock Saturday at Stockton University. You'll hear it on 97.3 ESPN. Kennedy to Mutz, left side. Mutz hands it off. Hargis back to Mutz. Swings it right to Kennedy. Nelson with the ball. Just inside the three-point line. Hargis' shot no good. Rebound taken by Fowler. Fowler pressured at half court. Gets it to Tony. Tony down the sideline. They give it to Neal down the lane. Mutz swats it away. Kennedy with a rebound. Out to Nelson, who feeds Hargis for the layup. He's got 4 points. 19-17. Cross half court, it's Neal. He bounces down the sideline. The ball tipped away, but out of bounds by Hargis. It'll still be Middle Township possession. Frank McLaughlin comes back on for Middle.
Coach Frocco imploring his team, Tom, to bounce pass, bounce pass.
Comes inbounds to Tony in the backcourt. Between the circles, Tony keeps his dribble, gets a screen, doesn't use it.
Get out, Frankie! Get out!
Now he penetrates. Tony's shot blocked by Mutz. On the rebound grab by Fowler, and he throws it out of bounds.
Another Middle Township turnover.
Kennedy to inbound, gets it to Nelson. Nelson signals, the set and puts it in the hands of Kennedy. Right side. They get the ball to Hargis. Out to Harvey. Nelson. Nelson guarded by Tony. Swing it left to Mutz. Mutz starts in, fires back out to Nelson on the left sideline. Nelson penetrates, feeds right to Kennedy. Outside, it's Harvey. They feed inside. Hargis scores, and he's fouled. Fouls on Zach Thomas, his first, the 5th against Middle Township. And a free throw can break this 19-19 tie by Hargis is good. Hargis high in the game for both teams. Well, excuse me, he has 7 and Tony has 7. Thomas is fouled on the sideline by Walt Harvey, his 2nd. Team 4th, Paul Rodeo will go to the bench. Brendan Aldrich, 6'3" junior, checks in. 5:07 left first half. Tony in the backcourt. Comes across with a dribble, passes right side. Between the circles is Neal. Neal stripped by Kennedy, and then a foul on Neal, I think.
Yeah, Neal.
And that'll be
held.
That's a heck of a big play there. Kennedy takes away possession. As we said, he leads the league in steals, and then draws the 3rd foul on Will Neal.
He'll be coming out
right now for Joe Trombetta.
Tough third foul there, Tom, to reach in like that for the steal or try to get the ball back after a turnover and get your 3rd with a little under 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
It's at least 3 steals for Kennedy. Nelson between the circles. Just looking at the defense, waiting for movement. Mutz in the lane, feeds inside, and a turnover by Aldrich.
Aldrich, Tom, trying to make that quick move, shuffled his feet.
Middle with the ball, down 1. 4:38 left first half. They whip it across half court to Trombetta, to Thomas right side. Now McLaughlin, double team. Trombetta feeds Tony, and his shot's good. Reverse layup using the basket to protect himself from Mutz. 9 points for Tony. Here's a pull-up. The jump shot is good by Hargis. He's got 9. And a whistle.
Delay.
Ball bounced away toward the bleachers, so they stopped play here for a moment. 22-21, St. Augustine by 1. Pressure.
2-2-1 press.
Across half court, it's Tony around his back with a dribble. Drives in, blocked by Mutz. Got the rebound. Shot won't go, but he drew a foul.
Austin Kennedy picking up his first.
Team foul number 5 against St. Augustine, but 2 shots here for Tim Tony, who's got 9 in the game. First free throw for Middle Township. It's good. He's in double figures. And we're tied at 22. Second free throw. Good. Timeout called by St. Augustine. 23-22 Middle Township with 4:02 remaining in the first half. There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Galloway Township, Delsey Drive in Vineland, and on Washington Street in Cape May. They also have moving trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at Just 4 Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 35 years in Galloway Township, Vineland, Berlin, Cape May, and Lakewood. They're open 8:30 a.m. until 7 p.m. daily. Just 4 Wheels, car, truck, and van rental. Golden Corral is the best buffet in the USA. They've got melt-in-your-mouth pot roast or meatloaf just like Mom used to make. They've got all your home-style favorites, from fried chicken and mashed potatoes to oven-fresh yeast rolls and even a chocolate wonderful. And they now serve breakfast all day, every day. You'll find it all at Golden Corral, located at 6725 Black Horse Pike in Egg Harbor Township, right in front of Boscov's. Or let Golden Corral cater your party. 609-272-8171 and experience Golden Corral Catering. Golden Corral, the best buffet in the USA. Can't say that quite like Jeff, what's his name? The best buffet in the USA, you know, stand-up country comedian.
Jeff Foxworthy.
That's right, couldn't think of his last name. He's got a certain way of saying that won over the sponsors. Nelson on the left wing to Kennedy, top of the key, pulls up and hits the two-pointer just inside the line. 6 points for Kennedy. St. Augustine by 1. In the backcourt, McLaughlin gets it to Tony. Full court pressure by St. Augustine. The ball loose. Thomas chases it down, but he's out of bounds. St. Augustine takes over, leading by 1. Walking it up is Nelson. Nelson across half court. Right side, gets it back. Shoots a 3. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Mutz. Mutz feeds inside. Kennedy up, no good, but he's fouled. Fouls on Thomas. His second, team's 7th. St. Augustine will shoot fouls the rest of the half with 3:25 left in the second quarter. Austin Kennedy to the line. St. Augustine's 2 for 2 on the line. Kennedy's first shot. Missed it. I take that back. They're 2 for 3. Nelson missed one. So now they're 2 for 4. And Kennedy with another free throw. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Trombetta. Tony across half court. Tony down the lane. Scoop shot is no good. Off to the right. Rebound taken off by Aldrich. Here's Nelson on the run. Little spin shot is good off the glass. That classic Saeed Nelson drive.
Turns his body just a little bit. Gets right to the rim, Tom.
Tony across half court. Middle down 3. Nelson steals it away. Nelson on the run. Bounces it for Kennedy. Missed the shot. Follow up by Hargis, no good. Rebound comes to McLaughlin. Tony on the run. Tony blocked by Mutz, but a foul is called.
Well, they're going to call Mutz, I think.
Yeah. No.
No.
Hargis. His second, team's 6th. It was,
They changed? Yeah, okay.
Really? He signaled 2-5.
He signaled 2-5, yeah.
Oh.
Mutz, that's his first.
Free throw is good by Tony. He's got 12 points.
That call did not make Coach Rodeo happy. He thought it was a clean block.
Frank McLaughlin back. Excuse me, Nick Amici is on for St. Augustine. Tony makes them both. 26-25, St. Augustine by 1, and a foul's called on Ray Arnold, the middle. Yep. His first, team 8th. So 1-1 at the other end. Marlon Hargis, 6'5" sophomore. Don't hear much about him, but you will. Missed the free throw. Rebound, Trombetta. Hargis gets his points. He's averaging just under 10 a game, but he's got the potential to be a really terrific player. Fowler's shot no good. A slight intimidation there. Mutz got the rebound, and he's fouled.
Yeah, not a good foul, Tom, by Fowler there. He wasn't. He's trying to get the ball. He had no chance of getting the ball and grabbed the arm of Justin Mutz.
Second on Fowler. Mutz will shoot 1-1. 2:32 left fourth quarter. That's Justin Mutz. He's blocked 3 or 4 shots already. He's going to go to the foul line. Interacting with Tom Farraco, kidding around with each other as Middle Township calls a timeout. Their second. 2:32 left first half. 26-25. St. Augustine leading Middle Township in the Cape Atlantic Tournament semifinals. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Connect with Brian Brummel and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook. It's known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City, specializing in a delicious caramel corn. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. And Shoppy's is even better online. You probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy.com, you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shoppy's also has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you're not presenting the finest trophy unless you're presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppy's since 1921. Dave Tallarico, this time of year, starts to get anxious as the Orioles report for spring training. Mutz misses the free throw. It's chased. St. Augustine has missed 5 free throws here. Trombetta has the ball. Fala, his shot no good. Mutz with a rebound. Nelson on the run. Nelson down the lane. Shot no good. Rebound by Tony and a whistle.
2 shots.
That's the third foul on Marlon Hargis. Oh, no, it isn't. It's a second. Because that one earlier was actually called against Mutz. But it's the 7th team foul against St. Augustine. So 1-1 for Tim Tony, who's really hurt from the foul line. He's hit 4 in a row and has 13 points. First free throw's good. He shoots free throws in the 80% area. And he's 5 for 5 here in the 100% area. Make it 6. And those throws give Middle the lead. Hargis left wing. They repossess. Nelson passes right side. 3 on the way. No good by from the foul line. Missed it. Rebound by Nelson. Nelson scores, but I think an offensive foul is called on Nelson.
Yeah, they called offensive foul. Farraco looking for over the back when the ball came out from the missed dunk by Mutz, Tom.
Nelson's replaced. Kennedy comes back in. Nelson has 2 fouls.
There it is right there. Yeah.
27-26 Middle Township with 1:45 left first half. Thomas gets the ball to Fowler near half. Back to Thomas. Double team. Bounces to Trombetta, who feeds right side. Here's Fowler for 17-foot. It's good. 4 points for Fowler. Middle by 3. Kennedy signals the set. This will be his job next year. Amici gets. Kennedy fires a 3 from distance. Rims the basket there. And a foul is called.
Oh, they got it that time. They were looking for Aldridge last time, Tom. They got him this time.
First foul on Brandon Aldridge. The 9th team foul against St. Augustine. So it's a 1-1 at the other end. Kennedy in replacing Aldridge. 1-1 for Trombetta. He has 2 points, his first free throw. Hits it. McLaughlin's back in the game for Middle Township. 31-26. by 5. A minute 6 left in the first half. It has 4 points and a 6 lead. Nelson across half court. Swings left to Kennedy. Mutz left of the lane. Jump shot. Spins the rim, no good. Mutz follows.
Great follow.
And that's 4.
That'll be 3.
3, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We losing track. Against St. Augustine. 10 against St. Means a double bonus here.
I have middle 8 for 8. Line, my unofficial scorebook.
Yeah, they haven't missed.
Still batting 1,000.
Luis Reyes, a 6'8", checks in. Out. McLaughlin with his second free throw. Corner to Kennedy, 20 seconds. Takes a look at the 15 seconds. St. Augustine. It's a move. For doing research from the comfort of your own home or like, visit Boardwalk Honda, 6807 Chilton Road in Egg Harbor Township and take a test drive. Service you'll receive is a cut above. Brian, Carol, and their sales staff, professional yet highly approachable. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Honda has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Honda. Call toll-free 877-472-6499. Bigger, better Boardwalk. Boardwalk Honda. And Vic's Sub Shop, 742 Ohio Avenue in Absecon, offers great quality and friendly service with all sandwich delivery. Phone 645-0500. Vic's is open 7 days a week until 8 p.m. on weeknights, 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can also visit Vic's Sub Shop on Zion Road in Egg Harbor Township. Be sure to try Vic's and cheeses. Vic's Sub Shop, Ohio Avenue in Absecon. Well, it's 33-28. Middle Township leading St. Augustine by 5 here in the second semifinal at the Cape Atlantic League basketball tournament. The winner will play Atlantic City at 2 o'clock on Saturday. And we'll come back and take a look at the stats. Take a timeout. Don't forget the Philadelphia Flyers are coming up when we're finished. ESPN right after the action concludes. And you remember you can also watch this game with Matt time events. Middle Township leads St. Augustine at the half, and we'll be back at Absegami right after these messages on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Can't take it with us. Well, I am partially shocked. The highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $26 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If you're probably
call 1-800-597-4816. That's 1-800-4816.
1-800-597-4816 or go to selectquote.com. Details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your self-issuing company and other factors not available in all states. Hey, it's Flo. Literally, there's not going to be any of that. Choices, like how Noble Progressive but the flying buttress is still out. My heavens, you're unfaltering. Visit progressivecommercial.com. Business. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliate.
With OnStar, you don't need to drive the newest model car to have the latest in connectivity. If you're not connected for no strings attached, you'll get a mobile app that lets you start your car or unlock your doors from your phone and ask for years of free mobile app and diagnostic services. Emergency and security services are not included. Eligible on select 2011 and newer vehicles. Visit OnStar.com for detailed coverage map and system limitations.
New media, social media, advertising, marketing. The landscape is changing rapidly. Town Square Media is hosting our free annual marketing workshops starting Tuesday, March 1st through Thursday, March 3rd at this must-attend event, and it's absolutely free. Guest speakers will discuss marketing and advertising trends and strategies on how to develop the brand awareness your business needs to drive higher sales. The event is free, but availability is limited. And just by attending, you'll receive a $500 voucher to use toward future advertising. Reserve your seat now by calling Jennifer at 609-645-9797. That's 609-647-9797. Town Square Media's annual marketing workshops are Tuesday, March 1st, March 3rd. This is a must-attend event if you own a small business. Call now to reserve your 645-9797. 609-645-9797.
Are you ready to hoop it up?
Are you ready to hoop it up?
We want to send you and a guest to the pro basketball game of your choice between March 14th and April 3rd. That's right. You and a guest could go to any pro basketball game in any city you want to between March 14th and April 3rd. The Hoop It Up grand prize includes hotel stay, a pair of game tickets, get you there.
To register, just get social with 97.3 ESPN. Go to our website, 973ESPN.com. Right now, click on the Hoop It Up link, and the more you like, share, follow, and subscribe, the more entries you get to pick 2 tickets to any NBA game in any NBA city this season. Head to 97.3 ESPN.com.
You're listening to high school basketball on 97 ESPN FM, South Jersey sports leader.
We're here at Absegami High School at halftime, where Middle Township leads St. Augustine 33-28. The winner will play Atlantic City at 2 o'clock Saturday at Stockton University for the Cape Atlantic Tournament Championship. The girls will be at noon between Ocean Township. In the first half, Middle shot 56%, and they were 4 for 4 from three-point range. Turned the ball over 11 times. And St. Augustine did outscore them 11-7 off turnovers and 22-10 in the paint. But overall, St. Augustine shot 42% and only made 2 of 7 free throws. Middle Township has an 18-11 advantage off the boards. So, Middle in position. Pleasantville played Atlantic City tough, trailed by 4 at the half. After Atlantic City pulled away, they got it down to 4 again in the fourth quarter, but the Vikings won it 65-54 to move into the championship game. And Middle Township trying to get there as well, and upset the top ranked team from the Cape Atlantic League, the top #1 team from the classic South Jersey area, ranked number 3 overall in the 5, which includes a lot of that's playing for South Jersey championships, whom, by the way, first round of the non-public B tournament. So St. Augustine, if they're going to advance and have to a rematch with Atlantic City, has some work to do. They are down by 5 here at intermission. You need Captain Charlie. Captain Charlie uses Blue Water Graphics and Cape Signs to create signs for real estate and other businesses. They do construction site signs and window lettering for your business. They can also provide the lettering for your van, truck, car, or boat. You can reach Blue Water Graphics at 609-823-8891 and Cape Signs at 856-506-0610. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows, they can supply whatever at Blue Water Graphics and Cape Signs. If you live in Cape May County and you're having problems with an appliance, it could be dryers, refrigerators, ranges, washers, dishwashers, disposals, you name it, Ulmer's can repair it. And they service most major brands. Ulmer's Appliance Service has offices in Ocean City, Wildwood, Seaville, and 3 information. Ulmer's Appliance Service. Boardwalk Acura, game of the 3 ESPN FM. Boardwalk Acura is your trusted dealer for car loans, auto parts, and auto repair. Visit boardwalkacura.com. The foul situation, Marlon Hargis has 3, Saeed Nelson and Walt Harvey 2 for St. Augustine. Will Neal Hargis is not in the lineup as St. Augustine starts Brendan Aldrich. Neal, however, does return for Middle Township. He's a big part of their offense. He hasn't had a point because of the early foul trouble. St. Augustine with the ball. Nelson to the baseline. Nelson into the corner. Aldrich brings it out to Kennedy. Right side. Nelson, screen, hesitates, feeds down in low. Short shot up and good by Aldrich. His first 2 points. 33-30, St. Augustine, half-court man-to-man. Fowler with the ball. Fowler puts it in the hands of Thomas. Across the Neal, 3 on the way, off the rim, no good. Taken by Nelson. Nelson on the run. Nelson for Kennedy. He penetrates for Mutz. Trying to get the edge. A little off. Mutz adjusted. Made the catch in the basket. Auckland, his first. And Justin Mutz with a chance to tie the game that quickly.
Such body control by Justin Mutz. As you said, Tom, he was kind of past the basket and kind of leaned back, twisted, and was able to put it in.
Missed the free throw. Rebound taken by Middle Township. It's Thomas. Double, maybe triple team. Bounces at the foul line. They swing it right. 3 on the way. Too strong by Fowler. Here goes St. Augustine the other way. 3 for Nelson. It's good. First three-pointer of the game for St. Augustine.
7-0 run.
35-33. St. Augustine by 2. 9. Thomas gets the ball. Fowler near half. Guarded closely by Walt Harvey. Tony. A whistle, foul called.
Austin Kennedy.
His second. First half. Prep leads by 2 with a minute and a half gone in the third quarter. Ball comes inbounds, they get it out to Tony between the. He drives and a whistle. Offensive foul on Tim Tony. Aldridge draws second foul on Tony. St. Augustine up by 2 with the ball. Nell court. Mutz, left side. Pulls 14-footer. Good.
Nice pull. 7, a 9-0 run.
Third timeout called by Tom Ferracco. Middle Signal Graphics on Chilton Road in Egg Harbor Township is your local commercial printer with the service you expect. Cut out the middleman. Save time and money. Signal Graphics prints full color in-house. Signal state-of-the-art equipment and expert printing staff allows that very low cost. For fast turnaround and great prices, call the Gunnels, Raleigh, or K 09-569-9990. And for special service, ask for Chugger, Signal Graphics. Well, the Wonderland Pier is closed, but Gillian's Wonderland is opening again in April. Well, from this past year. Hold on to them. They're always going to be good. Just take them up to the park when it reopens on Palm Sunday weekend. Go online at Gillians.com or visit Gillians downtown on Asbury Avenue and check out some special deals on tickets. Gillians Wonderland Pier.
9-0 run for the Prep second half.
Across half court is Tony, almost stolen away. Tony gets it back down left side, penetrates, feeds across all the way to Tony again. He penetrates again, this time shoots it off the rim, no good. Rebound Mutz. Here goes Nelson. Nelson, right side, pulls back. Kennedy from a deep three, way off to the left. Rebound by Neal.
Wide open look.
Tony across half court, hesitates, drives inside, bounces to Thomas, out to Neal. McLaughlin whips it outside. Now Tony on the left wing. Thomas handles between the circles. Fowler drives, swings it outside. Good by Neal. It's a 2. And cuts the lead to 37-35 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Mutz. Cross down the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound Neal. Tony the left side. 3 for Thomas. Off the rim, no good. Back to Harvey. Scoop shot good on the fast break. 39-35. St. Augustine by 4. Tony near half. Keeps his dribble. Passes right side to Neal. Neal. Right side to Fowler. Thomas with the ball near half court, guarded by Nelson. Nelson got a hand on it, couldn't get it loose. But here's a steal by Kennedy. Kennedy out in front, layup good. 8 points for Austin Kennedy. St. Augustine by 6. Tony backs off. Double team, gets it left side to Fowler. Fowler whips across court. Here's a jumper by baseline, no good. Rebound Nelson. 3 on 3. Nelson feeds and the layup is good by Harvey. Harvey has 4 points. 43-35. St. Augustine by 8. McLaughlin with the ball. McLaughlin calls timeout. He was pinned to the sideline, and Neal's actually the guy that bumped him, but I think he bumped too. So they've only got 1 left with 3:29 left in the third quarter. And St. Augustine has opened a 43-35 lead. You'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They're coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health. They offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices located in Ocean City, Market, Egg Harbor Township, Marmora, and Vineland. Phone 609-399-0453. You'll also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance. Middlebound. They trail by 8, by 5 at the head. And here just about 4.5 minutes later, it's turned around. Shot by Tony forced it up, no good. Rebound by Aldridge. On the run, Nelson. That reverse scoop is no good. Rebound taken by Neal. Tony across half court. Gives it to Neal. Right wing, Trombetta. Thomas back to Trombetta, right sideline. Fowler has the ball tipped and stolen away by Harvey. Lead pass, layup, Nelson. 11 points, 10-point St. Augustine lead.
Quick feet, quick defense.
Thomas with the ball, backs off. Thomas bounces outside to Neal. Tony with it. Tony drives, sidesteps Mutz, lays it on the back of the rim, and it just falls right in. 17 for Tony. Nelson out near half court. 17-4. St. Augustine has outscored Middle Township here in this first 6 minutes of the third quarter. Nelson outside. They swing it to Mutz. Mutz in the lane. Couldn't get the shot. Brings it off the rim. No good. Here goes Tony with the ball. Tony down the lane. Kennedy steals it away, but they draw a foul. Foul on Kennedy.
Looks like his third.
The second against St. Augustine. Nick Amici's back in. And also Hargis returns to the court for St. Augustine with 3 fouls. Fowler to inbound. It's tipped by Nelson. He feeds down court, and a foul is called. It's going to send Amici to the line.
Joe Fowler.
Looks like Tony.
Joe.
Third foul on Tony. Third team foul. And Nick Amici, the 6-foot junior, will step to the line. St. Augustine missed 6 free throws. 5 of them in the first half. This one's no good. Nelson comes out. Sam Andaloro, 5'10 junior, checks in. Nelson has 2 fouls. He has 11 points. He's got 5 of them here in the third quarter. Second free throw is good by each, his first point. 46-37. St. Augustine by 9. Neal on the right wing. Tony, top of the key. Tries inside, but he didn't have a shot. Dribbles it out to Tony. Follow with the ball. Thomas handles for Middle Township. Gets a screen, swings it right side. They get it into the right corner. Back to Fowler. His shot is up and no good. Rebound taken off by Harvey. Harvey between circles. Backs off with a dribble. Less than a minute left, third quarter. St. Augustine by 9. Looks to be playing for the last shot. St. Augustine calls timeout.
An emphatic timeout by Coach Rodeo.
Seconds left in the third quarter. St. Augustine leads it 46-37. Cumberland operated and has been for 84 years. They provide a full line of dairy and non-dairy products for the industry, and you should look for their fresh line products at your favorite market. More details available at cumberlanddairy.com. Cumberland Dairy, proud to support coverage of St. Augustine Prep Sports. Interstate Batteries in Egg Harbor Township has been providing South Jersey with outrageous dependability for over 26 years with over 1 million battery sales. They're at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 9 to 2. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. St. Augustine ball. They lead by 9.
Referees will not let Aldridge report back in. Was not at the table, the scorer's table, ready to go in.
One rebound, Will. On the board, Joe.
Nelson on the right wing. Nelson, foul line, floats it inside. Mutz, reverse layup, fouled. Fouls on Fowler, his third. Team's 4th. Justin Mutz is going to shoot a pair. Hasn't done too well. He has 11 points and a handful of blocks. Hits that free throw. 12 from Mutz. Aldridge comes in now. And Andalora's back on. Nelson sits down. 39.5 seconds left, third quarter. St. Augustine by 10. They trailed by 5 at the half. Point lead. He's got 13. A little pressure down court by Amici. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Neal to inbound. Gets it to Tony. Full court pressure by St. Augustine. Tony spins around one defender to half court. Gets to Trombetta. Right side Fala. Out to Tony. Holds on his hip. Now he starts a move. Swings it right side. They bring it back out to middle, down 11. Over. Inside. Travels. He hit the floor pretty hard. He's actually which you hate to see. Nelson's back in. Andaloro sits down. Into Nelson. It's tipped away from him. 5 seconds left. He's across half court. Pulls up from distance. And it's off the rim. Mutz got the rebound, but no. And outscores Middle Township 20-4 to take a 48-37 lead after 3 quarters here at Absegami. The winner to play Atlantic City, Stockton University. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week events on 90. And check out the.com. Game brought to you also with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric, who encourage you to get out and support the team each and every week. As we go into the 4th quarter, Austin Kennedy and each have 3 fouls for St. Augustine. Tim Tony, Joe Middle starts with the ball. And they start with not the same team that started the game, because Joe Trombetta is out there. It comes into Tony. Tony repositioning people. Passes the ball to Neal. Picked up by Mutz, so he top of the key. Tony with a crossover. Tony passes right side. Turnover.
Yeah. Shuffled his feet, Tom, on the pass. Still a walk.
St. Augustine with the ball, up 11. Walking across half court is Nelson. Swings left side. Mutz. Kennedy. Mutz right side to Nelson on the right sideline. Nelson will hand off to Kennedy. Goes down the lane, throws it up, no good. Rebound by Fala. It comes to Neal for 3. Back rim, no good. Rebound Kennedy. Head to Nelson, 3 on the way. Rim no good, and a foul is called on Walt Harvey coming over the back. His third team foul against St. Augustine. And finally outside to Tony. Rebound by Mutz. He adjusted that shot because of Mutz. And Middle Township, the ball was trying to save it. Be St. Augustine ball. Saeed Nelson will inbound. Gets it in the corner to Harvey. Hargis left side to Harvey, left of the lane. Moving, followed by Mutz.
Mutz coming from the baseline.
Laid it in, just got up there and dropped it in. Tony swings, they get it out to Neal. Side, Trombetta penetrates, 10-footer, no good. Rebound Mutz. And Mutz throws. Kennedy tried to save it, almost took out our monitor. You could hear Matt Ulmer cringe. Didn't duck. Stayed right in there.
He did, didn't he?
It's all that baseball training. Fowler with the ball. Pressured. Thomas with it. Swing it right. Back to Fowler. 3 on the way. Off the rebound Mutz. 15 points, 12 rebounds from Mutz. Down the lane, Nelson has it stripped away. Him last.
Kicked it out of.
McLaughlin in for Middle Township.
Get it, Will. Here he is. Get it back, Will.
Neal across half court. Ball chipped around. Finally, Mutz gets it. Mutz trying to go coast to coast. He's fouled.
That'll be 4 on Will Neal.
Yep. Team foul number 5 against Middle. Kennedy under the basket. Gets it in to Hargis in the corner. Nelson moving right with a screen, doesn't use it. Backs off near half court, guarded by Tony. Nelson right side. Dribbles through the defense. Little spin scoop shot. Hits the rim, but he's fouled.
And that'll be 4 on Fowler.
4 on Fowler, 4 on Neal. 2 shots for Saeed Nelson, who has 11 points. He's 0 for 1 on the line tonight. And the line has not been good to St. Augustine. They missed 7 free throws. He makes this one. 12 for Nelson. And Will Neal sit down with those 4 fouls, but not for long. 5:02 left. St. Augustine by 14. Another one. Point lead. This is it ahead to McLaughlin. Second foul on McLaughlin. When you get a chance, let us know how many steals Kennedy has and how many blocks Mutz has. Kennedy has 5 steals. And Mutz has 4 blocks. Category. Kennedy makes the first free throw. He has 9. You can check the box scores, by the way, of all the Cape Atlantic Tournament games. And then when the NJSI tournament moves into the state finals, they'll all be online, too. Compiled by Joe Fussner on primeevents.net. State tournament starts on Monday. Kennedy hits them both. He's got 10. 54-37. 26-4. St. Augustine has outscored them. Tony's shot blocked by Mutz.
His fifth.
Oh, Harvey didn't know that Tony was behind him. 4:25. 7th. Augustine is Paul Rodeo, the winningest coach in South. Players around him to set the stage for the final 4 minutes. There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Galloway Township, Delsey Drive in Vineland, and on Washington Street in Cape May. They also have moving trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at Just 4 Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 35 years in Galloway Township, Vineland, Berlin, Cape May, and Lakewood. They're open to 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. daily. Just 4 Wheels, car, truck, and van rental.
19 turnovers, Tom, for Middle Township.
Wow. They had 11 at the half, but they were able to overcome that with some good shooting. But not here in the second half. Kennedy with the ball. Harvey throws it away.
Through the legs of Justin Mutz.
Yep. Neal comes back for Middle Township. 4:04 left, fourth quarter. Foul in the court. Tony across the timeline. Tony penetrates, passes right. McLaughlin's too strong. Rebound Kennedy. 2 for 50 from the field in the second half, Middle Township. First half, they shot over 50%, made up for the turnovers. Mutz, top of the key, shoots a 17-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound Neal. Shot no good. Rebound Neal. No, he didn't. Stepped on the baseline. It goes over to St. Augustine. And people starting to leave. A lot of them might be from Atlantic City, who just stuck around to see who they're going to play. And I think they get the idea that it might be St. Augustine.
Atlantic City coach G making his way to the doors.
Kennedy brings it out to Mutz. They pass to Nelson on the right wing. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mutz starts a move, brings it out. Quick crossover, another one. Gets into the lane and tosses it up and in. Needed. 17 for Mutz. Jump shot by Arnold is no good. Rebound Mutz. He's got about 13 of them. Feed inside. Nelson with a reverse overhead layup. He's got 15, and it's a 21 for St. Augustine.
Everything going right for the Prep.
Neal. Tony penetrates. Foul. Fouls on Harvey. His fourth. Team fourth, but 2 shots. Had a good game. He has 17 points. He's been brought under control a little bit. He only has 2 points in the second half. 3 now as he makes the first free throw.
Empty his bench and
Tim Jurassic is in the game. Robert McCormick. Nick Amici's back in. Jay Dolsky is in. Here's a steal by Middle. They feed in to Fowler for the layup. He's got 6. There's a feed, and Amici couldn't hit the layup, but he. 147. Will Neal fouls out and sends Nick Amici to the line. They're waiting for the substitution. Into the game for Middle Township. First free throw good by Amici. He's 2 for 3 on the line. Backcourt, it's going to Jurassic with the ball as they work it around outside. 60-41, St. Augustine leading. They're going to play Atlantic City at 2 o'clock. Mike Gill and Mike Frankel will have all the play-by-play of that. Ken and I championship. Each one trying to win it. Here's a Mutz shot blocked by Fowler. I said Mutz, actually. Your foul. Tony comes out to a nice hand. Tim Tony shakes hands with Tom Ferracco. They got a Group 2 tournament coming. Start next week. Tony sits down with 19 points. Rob Gill in the game. 5 more for Middle Township. Also Cameron Hamer, 5'11" freshman. So both teams heavy with subs. There's a turnaround shot up and no good by McCormick. It's out of bounds to Middle Township.
Let's go, Zach. Zach, find one. Speed set one. Right. Speed set, let's go.
60-41. Incredible second half by St. Augustine. 32-8 in the second half. Trying to get the last shot, that last bucket. At the other end, File swings it left side. And away. 60-41 is the final. St. Augustine Township. And we'll see if we can't get a few words from Paul Rodeo here as his team advances to the final. Middle Township, as we said, has Group Augustine has Saturday ahead of them, and then a non-public A tournament, which both non-public tournaments are like minefields with all the teams that are available and teams you got to worry about, all the obstacles. I do want you. Paul Rodeo, congratulations, but I'm sure you were a little bit concerned at halftime.
Yeah, we were very concerned. First of all, they're a very good team. Tommy does a great job with them. We knew they'd have a plan on what they wanted to do to play us, and they did a great job executing it in the first half. We picked it up and did some things a little different defensively, just played them straight up without trapping and doing the things. Half and I played very good defense in the second half.
And you shot the ball a lot better. Things Justin Mutz leads the Cape Atlantic League in block shots. Austin Kennedy
does, and he alters the game, and he makes it difficult. You know, when we're playing defense like that, you could overplay because you're going back door, you're running right into him, and he makes a big difference for us. He's done a great job, and Austin's hands are all over everything all the time. Does a great job with it. But just happy that we get out of here, and hopefully we could practice tomorrow and get the rust out of what we did in the first half and be ready on Saturday. Know them, he knows me better than we know us, so we'll see what happens. The key is the way we play defense. I mean, I think when we play defense like that, when we're able to make them alter what they want to do, that they couldn't run their sets, that they were taking the rebound and triggers our break and gets us going, and that's the way we have to play the same way.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Paul Rodeo with another big win. He's going Gene Allen and the Atlantic City Vikings. And it's win number 854. I'm sure I've done more than 854 games, but just thinking about that, how many coaches have coached 854? And then again, he goes against a guy Saturday ago or so who's got like 300 more.
It's amazing. They've been around a long for a long time, but when you're around for a long time and have a lot of wins, that really is something.
Well, let's take a look at these stats, Ken. I mean, Middle Township ended up shooting because they shot 16% in the second half. St. Augustine shot 50% in the second half and improved to 45% for the game. Middle turned it over 20 times, leading to St. Augustine points. The Prep only had 8 turnovers. St. Augustine had a small 30-27 advantage off the boards and didn't shoot the 3 very well. They were 1. Middle was 4 for 10, and St. Augustine did not shoot fouls terribly well. They got a little better. They were 11 for 17. Middle was 11 for 12. Look at the individual. Saeed at 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and 5 assists. He leads the league in assists. And Austin Kennedy with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 steals, and 3 assists. He leads the league in steals. So just a great performance by that trio. And Tim Toney, who led all scorers with 2 steals and